And it's over. It is all over. The PIAA State Championship is over as the finals of the 6A Championship has come to a close, and the Reading Red Knights, for the first times in school history, have won the Pennsylvania School State Championship. It's their first appearance in 44 years. Names like Stu Jackson and Danielle Marshall, who have been part of this long-time basketball institution, could not do what the current 2016-2017 Red Knights have done as they defeat Pine Richland of Pittsburgh 64-60. Our most valuable player, it's no surprise. He's our second McDonald All-American here this weekend. He is Lonnie Walker, head of the University of Miami, with a game high of 22 points. As for Pine Richland, it was a great night on their end, and this team certainly held their ground. Tonight, they were led by Philip Jerkovich, who finished with 14 points. And Jerkovich was just among many names in double figures. One thing I will say about Pine Richland, they come from a small town of Pittsburgh. They're physical. They play rough and stuff tile basketball. Of course, tonight, it belongs to Reading and to their sixth man. I mean, this crowd certainly has been electric from the minute this thing started. In fact, some fans were even coming in as early as the camp, or I should say Trinity and Archbishop Wood girls matchup. And the minute the Reading Red Knights took the floor, it was from start to finish the sixth man. I could not have been more impressed with what I saw. We'll have interviews right after this. Reading wins the state title. It's a long journey, but it's now finally over. 64-60, they take down Pine Richland behind 22 points from Lonnie Walker. Back here at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, the Reading Red Knights, the only District 3 program, has finally achieved, I should say, has achieved the long-awaited journey as they are PIAA 6A state champs. Since that long-awaited 1973 state championship appearance, the 44-year wait is over. Reading has climbed to the top, and one of the big reasons, I should say, why is this gentleman right here. He got this one going. He was in I should say in July or January, Jose Janal Batista. We're going to have his assistant coach because Jose, unfortunately, does not speak English. Our assistant coach, Serge, is going to translate. Now, Jose, I have to ask you this. I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't. Talk about what the game plan was coming into tonight.
¿Qué tú estabas haciendo para mañana para esta noche?
Lo que tú quieras, pero tú sabes, tú invéntate algo tú que yo dije.
I'm gonna say, he was just looking forward to be a dog, and that's what he was.
You were just looking forward. Is that right?
Yeah, he just wanted to go out there and play, and that's what he did.
Packed house again with 11,000 maybe plus on hand tonight. You certainly show these fans why they're the sixth man. What does this feeling mean to you right now? Again, you were added late in the season in January. What does this mean to you and to your teammates?
Bien feliz, dile, estoy contento, todo lo que yo vine para acá a ganar este campeonato. Yo estoy I love you de Barrio Obrero, Santurce, San Juan, ahí soy yo, Puerto
I think I heard him say he loves you.
He said that
he loves me.
He's very fortunate and very happy that he came and he was able to be part of the team in January. And it's surreal to be right now.
Where were you before?
¿Dónde tú estabas antes aquí?
New Jersey, last year, New Jersey.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. That's a heck of a haul from Reading to New Jersey. Well, we want to thank you again for stopping by again by the name of Jose Jano Batista. Go celebrate with your teammates. And again, Reading Knight teammates surrounded right behind us as the Reading Knights wait is over. 44 years in the making. They are PIAA state champions. Check 1, 2. Back here again at the Giant Center in Hershey, Pennsylvania, and it is my pleasure to be joined by one of my favorite parents to ever come out of the Reading. He's the father of McDonald All-American Lonnie Walker. He is Lonnie Walker Sr. His son is a state champion. Congratulations.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I want to go on record and say that, I've known you at least since the days I was covering Lonnie back in Philadelphia. We're looking forward to hopefully seeing him at the Albert Donofrio tournament this summer at Conshohocken. But first, let's talk about the important things. 22 points tonight. A little bit of a slow start on his end, but what were you saying, I guess, to fans? Did you think your son was going to come on in the second half?
He does fairly. I mean, he averages about 6 or 7. We do about like a point scale.
Yeah.
So he was on par with what he was doing, but we felt like if Nesby could get his average up, because I don't think he scored for the first half. So if he could have got his points in addition to what Lonnie was already doing, we figured they'd be okay.
Well, the night really belonged to New Jersey transfer Jose Genoa Batista, a man who can't even say anything in English, but that's got to be exciting. Right. How big was he down the stretch?
Oh, well, he's quite the player. We knew what he could do. What he did tonight isn't a surprise. We knew he could take the big man off the dribble. We knew he could shoot the three, so we're just glad he evolved at the right time.
You're a state champion for the first time ever. It took 44 years to get back here. Now you can say you're number one. Lonnie Sr., congratulations to your son, to your family. Always good to see you, and we will catch up with you again down in Conshohocken. Lonnie Walk, 64-60 is the final score here at the Giant Center Hershey Arena, and it is a pleasure, as always, to be joined by this gentleman to my right. He scored 22 points. He is the McDonald All-American, Lonnie Walker. Lonnie, always, first of all, good to see you again, as always, and congratulations. 44 years since Reading stepped foot in a state championship game. Was it worth the wait?
Definitely worth the wait. Ain't no city like us. We're completely a different breed. The way that we support the community, the love and care that we have for one another is off the charts.
And you know, Lonnie, we go back to the days that really you were coming into high school when you were playing in the All-City Classic, when you were playing a team final. Had a chance really to get a close look at you when I was taking pictures of you and your family. And now you're off to college. You'll head to the University of Miami. But first, a trip to Chicago where you'll play in the McDonald All-American game. Talk about what this means going forward.
It's just got to continue to work hard.
How we are from
my ninth grade year to now. All I know is that I got to continue to be continue to be myself and play my game and continue to be hungry because no one thought that we would ever win states. It's been 44 years, and now we finally won it, so I can't think anyone else. After
a slow start for you, Jose Genoa Batista, what a big performance he had down the stretch. What did you feel like you needed to do in the second half?
Just play my game. I knew that I felt like no one could guard me on that court, and that's how I had to take it. And just to continue to just be aggressive and work hard and play harder than anyone else.
You joined a list of players like Danielle Marshall and Stu Jackson as some of the greatest players ever to come out of Reading. And I know you had a nice chat with Danielle. What did he say to you?
He's definitely blessed and proud of me. And that's ridiculous, to hear from him because he's one of the greatest people to ever come out of Reading High, and he made it pro. So the fact that he came here, watched us play, and celebrated and was here for us, beyond proud.
Enjoy this moment, my friend, because it only happens once. Lonnie Walker joining us, 22 points, the McDonald's All-American, with the final score Reading 64 and Pine Richland 60 here at the here at the Giant Center Hershey Arena. 64-60, the final score here at the Giant Center, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Jacob Schwartz for It's All About Sports Broadcast Network, and it is a pleasure to be joined by not only one of my favorite coaches in the Central PA, but probably one of my favorite people in the world, my dear friend, Rick Perez. Rick, congratulations. And let's get a good shot of that trophy right there. Yes, folks, that is the new PIAA 6A state championship. Congratulations, Rick.
Thank you very much. Humbling experience. I really can't describe what I feel right now. It's just not real yet. But I know I see a lot of smiles, a lot of hugs, a lot of love. And that's what this city is all about.
Family is definitely, it's definitely a lot of family, again, as mentioned here. This is the first state championship in school history, the first trip to the state finals in over 44 years. And I know not to say that it's all about your star player, Lonnie Walker, but tonight I think the light belonged to another guy, Jose Genoa Batista. How big was he down the stretch?
Jose, man, he's our horse, and he's our wild horse, and you got to let him go. When he's feeling when he's feeling good, you got to let him run, and he was feeling it. And that young man, I'm just proud of him. He came over here from Puerto Rico, didn't know a lick of English, trying to get to know the guys, and he became loved immediately. He loved them back. Learned the language, learned to play, and we were blessed. And that's what this program is about. We open our doors, and love connects everybody.
You've been around a lot of great teams and players in your life. What makes this team special from all the years you've ever been here at Reading?
their resiliency. You know, you take a loss to Harrisburg 3 or 4 weeks ago, you could have packed it in, but they figured it out, and they kicked it into high gear. And we had a new basketball team after that day, and it was just beautiful to watch. You know, they're very talented, and sometimes when you have so much talent, you know, sometimes you take it for granted. And I think we began to do that for a little bit. And then, you know, we brought it back together. Harrisburg's an amazing program, and they gave us a humbling experience, and you know, it paid dividends.
You played a pretty good team tonight, Pine Richland. I mean, your thoughts on them, and just they seem like a good team moving forward themselves.
Well, their coach is a state champ, so you know he's going to put them in position to win. You know, Coach Ack, he's amazing at some of the things that he does. So you know Pine Richland's going to be on the map for quite some time. You know, so we knew we were going to be in for a dogfight, and you know, when you're in that fight, you know they're going to swing to the end, and no team here back down to anybody. So.
Lonnie Walker, Tyrone Dorsey, Danielle Marshall. I meant to say that, and you know we got that one wrong before, and I apologize. Tyrone Nesby, Lonnie Walker, Stu Jackson, and Danielle Marshall. They're just an elite group of players who have come through those hollow doors at Reading. What does this mean, again, to the good people at Reading?
It's just time for them to smile. The dark clouds are gone. You know, through the game of basketball, we have been able to spread a message, bring everyone together, show each other the amount of love that and support we can show one another. So let's take this and run with it in all aspects.
Rick, go celebrate with your family. Go celebrate with your friends. Always a pleasure to see you, and congratulations.
Huda, the voice, you're awesome.
Rick Perez again joining us here in another edition of It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network. Rick. And we're back here again at the Giants Center, the Hershey Arena. Jacob Schwartz for It's All About Sports Broadcasting Network. And congratulations again go out to all the 6 PIAA state champions from Reading, Archbishop Wood, men's and women's, New Migoretti men's and women's, Imhotep Charter, Bishop Kennedy, and many more. It was a great weekend. We want to thank all of our guests for joining us. We want to thank you, the fans, for tuning in for another edition of the It's All About Sports Broadcast Network. I'm Jacob Schwartz saying good night, everybody. We'll see you soon.